Now, you're welcome to have socks on. When we do the balancy ones on our feet, if you don't have the grippy things on the bottom, I recommend taking socks off just for those ones, just because it can get a bit slippery and you need to have good balance. But for the start and the end, socks are fine because it's a bit cold. So we're just gonna get present to where we are. Just have some deep breaths. It's a little bit, just slightly too loud for my liking. Also, just take some deep breaths. I'm actually just going to make it slightly dimmer just so it's much nicer. Take some deep breaths. Just notice if there's anything in your space from today or the week. Thanks for being here. Do what's called box breathing. It's really to get us present to our core. So we just breathe in for 4, 2, 3, 4, and then breathe out for 4, 2, 3, 4. Just to really slow down our breath. Actually helps with blood flow. With letting go of any cortisol in our system so we get the most benefits of the session. Just do 2 more rounds of that and then we'll start with some stretching. Prayer position. Again, still breathing exercises, but it's incorporating some stretch. So we breathe in. Again, if you've got shoulder issues, just be gentle with yourself. Go as far as what works for you. So we breathe in and breathe out, and just stretch outwards and back as we're breathing out. Breathe in and breathe out. I think I started a bit early. Sorry, guys. Doesn't matter. We get a few more extra minutes. Sorry, Cliff. I accidentally started early. My apologies. I was doing the pump class and I just forgot there's 15-minute gap in between. Anyway, that's all right. We get a few extra minutes just relaxing, just doing a few of these stretches. We might just have a little break and just relaxation just for 2 minutes because I wasn't actually meant to start yet. And I don't want Cliff to miss out. Sorry, everyone. No, it is actually meant to start at 1:15, and I just got excited. I got ahead of myself. Just meant you got a few extra breathing exercises in. Exactly. Well, it can never hurt to do a bit more relaxation breathing. Welcome. Still not even time to start, but that's okay. We can start a minute early. Although Gail's normally here just on time. I'm just present. I don't want her to miss out. She's here every single week. There she is. Right on cue. Welcome, Gail. No, you're not late. You're actually You're actually on time. Yes, we're all just very eager. I am anyway. See, I said it, I knew. It's alright, take your time. Yeah, no, it is slightly better with the other one, yeah. It's alright, we'll wait. No problem. And we're on time. Excellent. So we'll just start with some breathing exercise. We're just going to breathe with our core. Just take a few deep breaths. Just let go of anything in your space. Anything that might be there for you. Just let it ground down into the mat. Notice if you've got any tension, if you're clenching your jaw or your tummy or your shoulders, just give them a little wriggle. Let it relax into the mat. We'll start again with just doing the prayer position. We'll do 4 rounds of the breathing just because it's nice to get some back stretching in. So breathe in and back and around. Again, if you've got any shoulder issues, just be really gentle with yourself. Breathe in and breathe out. Stretch. Breathe in. Do it in your own time. If you want to breathe slower or faster, it's up to you. Let's do one more. Stretch. Now we're just going to do some neck stretches. So we just go around. And if you notice there's any tension, just hold in that spot for a little bit, just to give it some nice stretching. If you hunch over a bit, you might notice back here is a bit tense. We're just going to do a gentle twist. This is good for your lower back. If you have any lower back issues, it's good to do a twist. Now for anyone that would like to do a slightly further twist, I always like to give a few options. If you want to do a bit more of a twist, you put one leg out, the other leg across. Hang on, I'll do it this way just so it's easier to demonstrate. One leg across. And the opposite knee, you do the elbow on the knee and twist. Just if you want a slightly more of a twist. And then slowly back round to the front and swap legs. To the front. Now I'm going sideways just so you can sort of see what I'm doing because my mat's this way. It's up to you if you wanted to go sideways or if you just want to go front to back. What we're now going to do now is actually we're going to do, I'm adding a few new, for the regulars, I'm adding a few new moves if you've gotten used to my routine. So we're just actually going to go arm out to the side and stretch out to the side. It's good to get some upper airway opening. And then slowly move back to the middle and gently to the other side. Just going to put one leg out to the side with the opposite leg bent in and do a stretch. So from here, the regulars are used to this. This is a tricky move. So from this move, we put this leg out. And we actually just do a gentle roll onto our knee. So it's called pigeon pose. So we're stretching the arm like that. So lay down like this. So just as you were, like this. One leg out, one leg in. Yep. Leg out. So your left leg, just put out a little bit. Left. Yep, this one. So put it out a bit. Yep. And then gently roll onto that leg. Yep. Gently roll back. I'm just going to switch to the other side. So other leg in. Whichever leg you were using, use the opposite. Stretch. As far as you can stretch, if you can't reach your toes, the point is to do a stretch, not to strain yourself. So you just want to reach your calf muscles, that's fine, your shins. Again, the leg that's bent inwards, just put it out a bit, put that back leg straight, and then roll onto our knee so we can do a stretch. And then gently come back to the middle. Now, we're going to move into the tabletop position and do a few different moves. So you just want to go on your hands and knees. And we just start with the cow. So we pull our tummy in, head up and bottom up. Stretch it as far as you can. We move into the cat, so I pull our tummy in cat, because as you can imagine, this is what a cat does. Just one more round of this, so into the cow position. Now we're just going to add a slight level of complexity. It's up to you whether you want to add this or not. So same move, you can just keep doing what you're doing, or when we do the cow position, so we're pulling this up, we're actually putting our leg back. Pick whichever leg you want to start with first. So leg up and cow position. And then as we move into cat, so as we're pulling our tummy back in, we actually bring our leg in as well. So same leg, we're just going to work on one side at the moment. Go as fast or as slow as you like. Often if you go slower, you actually do more toning. If you go faster, it's a bit more of a cardio workout. Two more of these. And switch to the other side. Last one. And back into tabletop position. So now we're going to do balancing tabletop. So we're going to, what you do is you raise one arm and raise one leg. It's really good for balance. We're going to go out in the diagonal. If you can't go out in the diagonal, just keep it straight forward. This one's very good for toning and balance. And straight back, forward and back. And down again. Now just with the same leg, so this is the last thing we're doing with that same leg that you were just using, we're just going to do some circles. So just open up that hip. And the other way, so if you're doing circles one way, do them the other way. And finish that one. So now we're doing the other side. So if you just want to raise the opposite leg and opposite arm to what you were just using. And then go on the diagonal. Remember to keep breathing with your core. And straight back and forwards. And down again. Now we're just going to do some hip circles again. Just open up that hip. So just some circles with that leg that you were just using. And the other way. Excellent. Alright, so now we're going to do thread the needle, but just slight variations to what we usually do. So we're actually going to pick whichever arm you want to start with. You reach up, so big stretch up, and then thread that hand through the other arm until your shoulder's on the floor. So we're doing a back and shoulder stretch. This other arm, put straight up, so that you're giving your lower back a bit of a stretch as well. Again, if you've got any shoulder issues, don't push yourself or strain. And then gently make your way back up again. We're going to do the same, but the opposite side. So just reach up, the opposite arm, big stretch up, and then reach through underneath your arm so that your shoulder's on the floor. And then your opposite arm, reach up please. Slowly make your way back up again. Okay, so now we're going to lie flat on our mat, so just lie down, and we're just going to stretch just the front part of our leg. People often do this stretch while standing up, but it's really tricky to balance, so it's quite nice doing it this way. And the other leg. And put that leg back to the ground. Now we put our hands facing upwards, so that arms to our sides. And we just lift our arms and legs off the ground. Just remember to keep breathing with your core. Now, if you can get more of a back stretch, you're welcome to do the bow pose, which is when you grab your ankles and hold them back like this, but it's only if you can get your legs off the ground is this one beneficial. It's better to keep with the other stretch if you're unable to get your legs off of the ground. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back down again. Excellent work. Alright, now we're going to do the standing stretches. So if you don't have grippy socks on, you may want to take your socks off. It's up to you. You're welcome to keep them on if you think you can manage it. Alright, so we're now just going to do this Latin pose, so just shoulder width apart. Now we're just going to put our arms up, and then we just move slightly back. So just a slight back bend. And then up again. And then we just want to move to the side. Switch to the side when starting. And then up again. To the other side. We're doing. Alright, so we're just going to do some sun salutations. So we just do reach down and do a forward fold. So just reach down, reach your toes, great. If you can't, then just as far as you can go. And then grab your knees and do a stretch. And you slowly just want to move into a plank or a chaturanga. Chaturanga is a half plank like this. Just move into that and then slowly move up into an upward dog. Upward facing dog. Now just whenever you're ready, move into downward facing dog. So we just lift our bottom and then stretch backwards. And slowly move from here into upward facing dog again. So we're just going to do a few rounds of these. Some people like to do it in their own time. And so some people like to go faster or slower. We're just going to do a few rounds of these. So we just do upward facing dog and slowly move into downward dog. Facing dog. Once you've done a few rounds, it's quite nice to do child's pose. So child's pose, just to break it up, is where you put your knees quite wide apart and you actually sit in between your feet and then you stretch out so to give your back a nice stretch. It's just a nice little break in between if you like. Let's do 2 more rounds of these. When I'm at the end of it, I like to do just a little bit of a jiggle side to side because it's so much forward and back motion. It's just nice to get a little bit of sideways motion into those hips and shoulders. From upwards facing dog, just make your way onto your knees and just slowly move your way back up again. Slowly come back up again. Again, we're just going to do a bit of a stretch up, a little bit of a stretch in that body. And we're going to move into chair pose. So the chair pose is just as it sounds. Sit like you're in a chair, put your arms forward though. Sit, just like this. The more you can actually do that motion of moving up and down into chair pose, that actually helps a lot with balance as we get older. So now, we're actually going to go into prayer position. Keeping chair pose, we're actually going to have our elbow go to our opposite knee. So it's going to be a bit of a twisting motion. So we're just going to twist with our other elbow up to the sky. Keeping into chair pose. And back up again. Now I like to give my legs a little bit of a stretch. Just in between. And then again, back into chair pose, chair position. I'm just going to do the opposite side. And come back up again to chair position and up. Just a little bit of a wriggle. So now we're going to do tree pose. This is one of our balancing poses. So you just want to get one leg quite solid on the mat, and then the other leg, just want to bring it up to your knee. If you can only bring it to your ankle, that's completely fine. Just bring it up to as high as you're comfortable. Again, having slippery socks on can make this quite difficult. Once you can do this, as much as you can, keep your hips forward, shoulders back, and leg to the side as much as you can. Once you can use your arms as much as you need to get balance, and once you've got your comfortable position, we then move into prayer position. Even if you can just hold it for a little bit on your ankle. If you're struggling with keeping balance, see if you can stare at something on the wall, somewhere in front of you that's not moving. So it's actually better not to look at me, because sometimes I'm moving and it can stop you from balancing. 5 more seconds. Excellent work. Now we're going to attempt similar, same side, so similar position, but we're just going to do eagle pose again for as long as you can. So what we do, we actually bend our knee this time, and we wrap the other leg around it, and then wrap your arms around. Even if you can just look, even if you just get it slightly bent around it, the point here is it actually is really good for supporting our left and right brain function, because the different sides of our brain are meant to work together. So it helps with balance and strengthening our brain coordination. days are easier than others. One, and go. Now we're going to do the other side. So we're going to do tree pose. So just get solid on that one leg, keep that one straight. And bring the other one up. If you want to practice this one at home, you can hold a ball. Once you're ready, move into prayer position. As much as you can, keep the shoulders back and hips forwards. It also helps with posture as well as toning and improving balance. Move into eagle pose, so bend that knee, wrap it around, and see if you can remember which one you just did, and try and do the other way. Notice one side is often easier than the other. So 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Excellent work. I just wanted the more challenging ones. Alright, so now we're going to move into the warrior poses. So if you've done yoga before, these are all very similar. So what we do to start with is we do warrior 1. So what you want to do is you have the front leg bent, attempting to get a 90-degree angle with the back leg straight. You want to have your back heel on the ground, so it's just going to be slightly turned outwards. Hips facing the front leg. So that's warrior 1. Now, once you've got that position comfortable, you move your arms up in a diagonal ahead of you and look between your hands. Yeah, and this is all about improving flexibility and balance. Down. Now we're doing warrior 2, so we're actually going to move that back leg out slightly, keep the front leg where it is. Now you just want to move, if you wanted to spin around, just so that you can see what I'm doing, if you've gone to your back towards me, hips now facing this way, so you just want to bring your hips around. So this is warrior 2, arms out to the side. Just remember to attempt to keep that front leg at a 90-degree angle, the back leg straight. Now I'm going to do reverse warrior. So the arm with the back leg, whatever you're using as your back leg, you're just going to put that hand on your knee that's straight and then reach around. See if you can still keep your legs as they were. Straight again. Now we're going to do the same thing, but with the bent leg. So hand facing outwards, and then arm stretching up, and then looking up. Now, if you can, have that hand that's facing outwards from your knee, go down to your ankle, then do that as well. Otherwise, just keep it to your knee. One, and back. Alright. So now, we're going to do a slight variation. Normally we do warrior 3. It's actually quite challenging. So I'm changing it to the dancer pose. Looks more challenging, but it's much easier. So whatever your front leg that you were just using, we're going to bend our back leg and hold it with our hand. It is still quite challenging. It's a balancing exercise. So hold your leg, the opposite arm out, and then as much as you can, lean forward and push your leg out. It's a than Warrior 3 because you're able to get some support with your arm. Well, saying that, now I'm falling over. So even if you just keep it straight up, it's still going to improve your balance. But if you can lean forward with your leg back, as much as you can. To say that it's easier, I think it might actually just be as challenging as Warrior 3. It's nice to try something new anyway. Just do 5 more seconds. And down. Alright, well done. It's all about just attempting to improve our balance and flexibility. So we're now going to do warrior poses on the other side. So we'll start again with warrior 1. So the opposite leg than what you were just using, bend that at a 90-degree angle, back leg straight, hips now facing forwards towards the front knee, arms up and diagonal and looking up. Just move out a little bit, hips now facing forwards to move into warrior 2 and arms out to the side. Again, we're going to do reverse warrior, so hand to the back straight leg and catch it over, so reverse warrior. Still see if you can keep your front leg bent. Really easy to straighten that one when we're doing this. Arms back again. And again, on hand facing outwards on our knee and reaching straight up and looking up. The more you can look up, it challenges your balance and supports strengthening your balance. You can reach your hand down to your ankle. Back up again. Okay, so now we're going to do the dancer pose. So the front leg that we're just using, keep that one straight, then hold back leg. Arm out. If you want to just keep it here, it's completely fine, because that's still improving your balance. But if you do want to push forward and push your leg back slightly, everyone. That's the more challenging of the balancing exercises. It's going to be a bit easier from here. So we're just going to do what's called ragdoll, which is give our back a little bit of a break. So you grab your elbows and you literally just hang down. This isn't a big stretch, so it's not to push yourself. And you just jiggle from side to side. This just gives our back and legs a little bit of a break in between moves. So that's, everyone come back up again. So that's the end of our standing exercises. So now we're going on the floor. So if you did have socks off, you're welcome to put them back on. If you want to put jackets on if it's a bit cold. I'm quite warm, but whatever works for you. So we're just going to do a little bit of a stretch this way. If you can reach your toes, great. If you can just reach your shins, that's completely fine too. Now we're going to do what's called, this one's a little bit challenging. It's good for our core strength and balance. It's called boat pose. So you keep your legs straight and you bend back slightly. Now, if you can just do that, it's completely fine. But if you can raise your legs with your arms out straight, it's called boat pose. Now, this isn't a core strengthening session, but if it was, because I do run those, then you would do a lot of up and down movements. That's really good for strengthening core. This is yoga, so we're just going to hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent work. Okay. So now we're just going to, hey Anna. Legs out wide. Just do a bit of a stretch this way. Slightly different. And then bring your feet together. This is called the butterfly. Now everyone's has different flexibility when it comes to this stretch. Some people, that's a good stretch for them, is keeping their legs up. Some people, they can get them down. For others, they need a bit more of a stretch, so I'm going to lean forwards. Again, everyone has different flexibility, and we all have different body proportions. So it's not just about how flexible you are, it's also your proportions. And back up again. Alright, so now we're going to do one. If you have knee issues, be gentle with this one. It's really, again, good for connecting your left and right side of your brain, but don't push yourself or hurt yourself. So just go as far as you can. It's called cow face pose. The design of it is that you put your left knee and then your other knee across. If you can, if all you can do is get to a cross leg, completely fine. The point is, again, isn't to strain yourself. So cow face pose is one knee on top of the other, and then again, we do the interlocking fingers, strengthening the left and right side of your brain, coordination, so that it works together. They say as you get older, doing crosswords and these sorts of movements are really good for you. Also learning languages. Just gently come back. Again, it's not about pushing yourself. You just do the opposite knee on top of the other one. Across, see if you can remember which way you did the arms before and try and do the opposite. That's all our sitting up exercises. We're now going to move into our nice gentle ones on our back. So you just want to lie on your back with your knees up. So this is called bridge pose. You just want to lift your bottom off the ground. So knees up with your bottom off the ground. It's called bridge pose. This is a really good one if you wanted to move up and down. We're not doing that here because this is about holding and closing. And back down again. Now you just want to put one knee across the other, so one knee still on the ground, one knee across the other. The foot that's on the ground, just now bring that towards you. So we're just going to do a hamstring stretch. This is called the reclined pigeon. Not sure why. Interesting name. Now the foot that you just took off the ground, put that back on the ground. The leg that you put across, you just want that one to go straight up. And like it can be bent. You just bring it towards you. It's just giving your hamstring a nice stretch. Now the foot that's on the ground, just straighten that leg. The leg that's up in the air, move that across your body. So you just now want it to go right across your body so that you're, so that it goes across your body, arms out to the side, and then looking away from your knee. So you're doing a nice back twist. Back again. Keep your knees up. So back straight, knees up. Now we're just going to do the opposite side. So whatever side you had before on the ground, whatever leg you had on the ground, do the opposite side and bring your foot to your knee and then bring it towards you. So we're just doing the opposite to what we did before. Now put that one back on the ground. The leg that's up, we're just going to put that straight up into the air and pull that back for a nice hamstring stretch. Foot that's on the ground, just straighten that leg. The leg that's in the air, just turn it across your body until your knee's on the ground. Arms out to the sides and looking away from your knee. Do a nice back twist. Back to the middle. So both knees still up. Now, last time I did this last week, everyone could do it, and I know every group's completely different. So you just go as far as you are comfortable. Actually, no, half the group could do it, that's right. So we're going to do a shoulder stand. Now, if you're comfortable with just simply lifting your legs in the air, that's completely fine. It's going to give you a nice stretch. If you feel comfortable to do a shoulder stand, it's literally this. You're just lifting your hips off the ground. So it's up to you if you just want to lift your feet in the air or if you want to attempt a shoulder stand. Again, this isn't about pushing yourself or straining. Sorry, it is sort of about pushing yourself. It's about pushing wherever your limits are. You're just improving your strength and flexibility. Not about competing with anyone else. Now, if you are in a shoulder stand, you can just bring your legs down into a nice weight stretch. Up again. Now, if you are in a shoulder stand, you come back down. You just want to be really gentle. So just slowly bring your hips back down to the ground. Excellent work. Now we're just going to give our back a little bit of a break. So you just want to put your feet together and just legs out to the sides. So just a butterfly on the mat. Just give your hips and back a little bit of a break. We're going to do a move. For those of you who've done it before, I'm sure you're used to it. For those of you who've not done this one before, it's a bit of an awkward move, but it's really good for us. It's called Happy Baby. So what we do is we grab our ankles and we actually just have them go right out to the sides. And then just rock slightly side to side just to open up those hips and legs. Hold it in the middle. And then from here, just bring your knees together, in, and then wrap your arms around your knees. One of our last moves, so just get present to the breath. Notice if you're shallow breathing, see if you can breathe with your tummy, your core. Now we're just going to bring our legs back down to the ground, into Vipassana. So this is an opportunity for our body to really relax, all the blood flow, and get the benefits from the session. So just legs comfortably out, hands facing upwards, or whatever's comfortable for you. Just take some deep breaths with your core. Just notice if you've got any tension in your toes, your feet. Just let them ground into the mat. Notice if there's any tension in your knees or your hips or your back. Just relax them. Notice if you're tensing your shoulders, your arms, your neck, your chest, your tummy. Just ground them into the mat. Notice if you're tensing your jaw or your face, or even your eyes. Just ground them into the mat. Just take some deep breaths. This could be an opportunity to create an intention for the day or the week. Could be to get more flexible or fit. It could be to be more kind to yourself or give yourself more time for yourself. Whatever works for you. Just going to have a few minutes just to relax. Yeah, just whenever you're ready, start wriggling your fingers and toes, just getting present to the room, just really in your own time. If you wanted to lie down a bit longer, you're certainly welcome to. Just whenever you want to make your way up or lie down, it's up to you. Still got a minute left. Thank you for coming, everyone. How was that for you? Yeah? Excellent. How did you find the yoga session after coming for so long?
Much harder than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah?
Hard on my joints.
Oh, yes, of course. How did you manage with, because obviously we talked about keeping it to your, so that you're not stretching yourself and just doing it to, the sort of stretches that work for you. Did that work for you? How did that work?
Yeah, it did, but my wrist was hurting, my
Oh,
elbow was hurting.
oh my
so,
goodness.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just...
Got Got to be careful.
Worn out.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Oh, look, especially.
It's good to try it, though.
Oh, absolutely. And especially when there's injuries, we do have to be really gentle and careful. Yep. Well done for giving it a go. It's good, you know, with any injuries, it's still good to get some movement. So if you did yoga or even if you did something else, as long as you're just getting some little bit of movement each.
It's not really an injury, it's just.
Oh, yeah, okay. Ah, yes, that happens too. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yes. Well done for coming.
Thank you.
And I hope you all have a great day and a good week. And if I see you next week, I'll see you next week. If not, thanks for coming. Yeah, great. Are you going up to Darwin again?
No, Newcastle,
Oh yeah.
and then Melbourne.
Ooh, nice. You got family everywhere, do you?
No, only Darwin, Newcastle.
Oh, do you live in Newcastle? Nice. And Melbourne. Oh yeah. Nice.
Not yet.